This is the first estate, and this lesson centers on Vatican Jews stole Jesus' robe, now fear Mars invasion. Pseudepigrapha. Then, I'm going to go to the Sibylline Oracles, Book 2, and verse 15 through 20. Then indeed the 10th generation of men will also appear after these things. When the earth shaking, lightning giver will break the glory of idols and shake the people of seven-hilled Rome. Great wealth will perish, burn in a great fire by the flame of Hephaestus. Then there will be bloody precipitation from heaven, but the entire world of innumerable men will kill each other in madness in the tumult. God will impose famines and pestilence and thunderbolts on men who adjudicate without justice. Adjudicate means to judge unrighteously. But I want to circle back right to here. Then there will be bloody precipitation from heaven. Year is 2020, and this is a result of the California wildfire. Yep, sky turned blood red. The confirmation that it was in 2020 is you see the coronavirus mask. Now this is Indonesia, India, September 24, 2019. Now, they make a claim that this is not the work of Mars. Now, Mars, as we can see, is the red planet. Now, you can read this in your own leisure. Now, Mars is also known as the god of war. And I will be using biblical verses throughout this lesson. Book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Brings us here. And this is, as you can see, a Vatican-owned telescope. Now, in the book of Matthew, chapter 27, verse 62 through 66, states, Now the next day that followed the day of the preparation, the chief priests and Pharisees came together unto Pilate, saying, Sir, we remember that deceiver said, while he was yet alive, after 3 days I will rise again. Command therefore that the sepulchre be made sure until the third day, lest his disciples come by night and steal him away, and say unto the people, He is risen from the dead. So the last error shall be worse than the first. Pilate said unto them, Ye have a watch, go your way, make it as sure as ye can. So they went and made the sepulchre sure, sealing a stone and setting a watch. So sealing the stone brings us here to the word manna. Okay, now manna also means man. So in the book of Revelation chapter 2, verse 17, He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna, and will give him a white stone, and in the stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, saving he that receiveth it. Okay, so remember, manna means man. Okay, the word is robe. And as you can see, the key here is stole, S-T-O-L-E. Now, in the book of John, chapter 19, verse 5, Then came Jesus forth, wearing the crown of thorns and the purple robe. And Pilate saith unto them, Behold, the man. So Pilate is mocking him. All right? Behold, the man. So we know that the hidden manna, i.e. man, means Jesus. Okay? Now, in the book of Matthew, chapter 27, verse 35, we're going to go there. So 27, verse 35, And they crucified him and parted his garments, casting lots, that it might be fulfilled which was written or spoken by the prophet. They parted my garments among them, and upon my vesture did they cast lots. So they parted his garments. Okay? meaning they divided it amongst themselves and just basically stole his and the true Jews' identity. Okay? So, once again, robe right here in the word, we go up to the key, is stole. Word is stole for robe. That's what it means. So brings us here. And we're going to go to the Vatican attire, straight to it. The word here is stole. See? Right here. All right? So Pope, Vicar of Christ or blasphemy. Now, the word here is Mar. Mar means Jesus. Remember the planet Mars. But in the third paragraph, we're going to go right to the last sentence. The Pope of Rome is referred to as Mar Papa by Nas Ranzis or Ranis St. Thomas, Christians of India. Now, in the book of Job, chapter 30, verse 13, they mar my path. They set forward my calamity. They have no helper. They mar my path. Brings us here to the word morsel. Morsel means bread. You go to the key, it means path. Remember, Job said they mar my path, right? So morsel, once again, means path. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 8, the morsel which thou hast eaten shalt thou vomit up and lose thy sweet words. Okay? We go to the bread. Bread means morsel, to break in pieces. Okay? Also means money. So in the book of Matthew, chapter 26, verse 26, and as they were eating, Jesus took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave it to the disciples and said, take, eat, this is my body. So the morsel is Jesus. Now, morsel of meat, as you can see, right there. Morsel of meat. Now, in the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 16, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Now, Esau, as you can see, eldest son of Isaac and Rebekah and twin brother to Jacob, sold the birthright for food when he was hungry, and the divine blessing went to Jacob, progenitor of the Arab people. Now we're going to disregard what it says here, the Arab peoples. For now, that's a different program. We're just going to concentrate on Esau. So Esau, right here. So we have ruddy, red. Esau is an infant. It's ruddy. So as we go here to the word pale, down at the very bottom, pale means ready. Okay? A pale, supposed North American Indian word for European. So the word is wrestle, but up here at the key, you see the word pale. So in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. That's the Vatican. Okay? That's what they're speaking of. That's the highest you go, on this planet. They have all the detail. They even have a library beneath Vatican City that stretches miles long. Books they haven't released to the public yet. So that's what we wrestle against. Now, as you can see, this image. So in the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 4, for if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom we have not preached, or if ye receive another spirit which we have not received, or another gospel which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him. Okay? So if he that come preach another Jesus, they came and brought us a new form of Jesus that's not, the original man of the scripture. This is the image they give us. And if you do not know, or if you're ignorant to the fact, you're going to bear with them. You're going to say, yep, that is the truth. And the majority of the people in the Black American community believe in this particular image right here. You are too far gone to reel back in. So we're going to leave you there. We're going to let you stay there. You have to stay there. This is not a time for, rehabilitation. You either can accept the truth when it's first presented or not. So, as you can see, the Apocrypha, King James Version, Bible. And this is in the original 1611 version. So, we're going to go to 1 Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 46 through 48. So that would mean just right over here, 46 through 48. Wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together and came to Mashpah, over against Jerusalem, for in Mashpah was the place where they prayed aforetime in Israel. Then they fasted that day, and put on sackcloth, and cast ash upon their heads, and rent their clothes, and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their image. Okay? So, and actually plural images. So they didn't just change the image of Jesus, it's also his disciples. That's why you see everybody, from Mary Magdalene to, John the Baptist and Mark, Luke, Peter, you name it. They're all seen as Europeans. Okay? So, brings us here. And we're going to go to the book of John, chapter 2, verse 4. Jesus saith unto her, Woman, what have I to do with thee? Mine hour is not yet come. And this is reference to Jesus, his mother Mary, wanting him to turn the water into wine. And he's saying, Woman, what have I to do with thee? Mine hour is not yet come. Okay? So as you can see, the word hour. Now this is very important. Let's go to the key. And remember the spelling, H-O-R-A. So, H-O-R-A, a traditional round dance of Romania and Israel. And let's just go down here for a second because I want to point out the word Israeli. See? It's very important. A traditional Roman and Israeli round dance. So, Romania. This is the dance. This is what Jesus meant when he said, Mine hour is not yet come. They stole his identity, and now this is a tradition within Rome. They dance because we are so ignorant to the fact, okay, that they stole his and our, meaning Black America's identity. They're now claiming that white people are the Jews and Jesus is a European. Here are the so-called Jews, okay, the Israeli people doing their circle dance. This is known as the H-O-R-A, Hora. He just said, My hour is not yet come. This is what he was speaking of when they would strip him of his identity. Right here. The most famous 25 Israeli folk song. Now, Israeli, right here. Coined to distinguish citizens of the modern state from the ancient people who had been known in English since late 1400s as Israelites. So that's what an Israeli is. It means they're not the same people. They're not the descendants of Abraham. They're just people that occupy the state of Israel as we know today. Okay, so this is the original King James Version Bible that I was speaking of just a little earlier, a few minutes ago. Within this book, it does have the Apocrypha. Now, see, right here, the Apocrypha in the original 1611 version. Anyway, I'm going to go to chapter 6 right here. I'm going to go to verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Jacob means heel holder or supplanter. Okay? Son of Isaac, grandson of Abraham, father of the 12 tribes. Now, here we go. Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works, in tribulation, in poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews, and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Okay? So, now it should be all into focus for everybody. Okay? What Jesus' hour was, what he was speaking of, and why the Vatican and the Jews are terrified now. Okay? They're terrified because their hour is coming to give it all back. Okay? So, in the book of Revelation chapter 3, verse 9, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews, and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Jew also means Judah. Judah means praise, son of Jacob by Leah. Now, as you can see, all 12 tribes are known as Judah or Jews. They all still have their individual tribal blessings, okay? But they're all known as Jews because they have the same race, okay? And that would be black. So, in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. The gates thereof languish. Languish means weak or feeble. Okay? Until now, nobody's been able to give you the proper understanding and the Gnostics of the Bible. But now you understand what Jesus meant when he said, my hour is not yet come. All right? And now their hour of returning everything back to us is also coming. And they are terrified. So, you better strap up, get ready, because they're going to start coming at you in ways you have never imagined. And they're going to also unleash these Gentiles, these non-blacks, on you, the black community. So anyway, it's been the First Estate with another lesson, and I will see you in the next one.